Hi, I'm Joe, and I'm here to share a few showmanship tips with you today using my three children, Grace, Trey, and Jessa, and their calves this year for the ELKHART County Fair. I've judged shows all over Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, so I've seen a lot of showmanship, and we work on it here at home. And I always tell my kids, and I'll tell you the same thing, there's really 5 things you got to know to be a good showman. Number 1, you got to know your equipment. We'll talk about equipment in a little bit. You got to know the show ring and how the show ring's operating and who you need to watch in the show ring. We'll talk about that too. And then the last 3 things are know your calf, and know your calf. You have to know the strengths and weaknesses of your calf so you can interact with the judge and show that calf to the best of his or her ability. Today we're showing dairy feeder calves, and we're going to make believe this is the show ring. So Grace is going to come on in first with her calf, followed by the other 2. She's going to make her way through the side gate and then start around the ring in a clockwise fashion. Now, these calves are still getting used to being on the halter. Right now at our house, calves are walked probably 3 times a week, but as soon as school is out, that'll be an everyday occurrence. We talk a lot at home that we want to practice just like we're going to play, and so you'll see all 3 of our 4-H members have their show sticks right now. We keep them right by the door in the barn so they can grab them on their way out and work with them. Pretty soon then we'll replace the rope halters also with a leather show halter that we have made locally at an Amish harness shop. So the kids will come in if they can get the calves to move tonight. And oftentimes the judge will have them circle around and perhaps line up facing back towards the gate once they make their way around. So notice they're trying to keep the heads up on those calves. I tell the kids their calves look like $100 calves with their heads down, but $1,000 calves with heads up. Trey's got a stubborn one this year there in the middle. So Grace, why don't you come on into the middle of the ring? When you're working in the show ring, there'll often be the judge who's evaluating cattle and then some ring helpers. And so the ring helpers are who you want to really watch to tell you where to go. So in this situation, a ring helper will probably be telling Grace, come on and pull forward. Come on right here. Once Grace gets her calf there, she's going to use her show stick to set the 4 feet at the 4 corners of the calf to make him look nice and square and as white as possible. She's doing the back legs first, which is what we talk about at our house because that's the business end of the calf. And she'll use that stick to either brush his stomach a little bit to keep him calm or up underneath his brisket, either way. So Jess is making her way in. Trey's bringing his calf. A lot of times ring help to go help him get his calf into the middle. Grace is having trouble. She's going to circle her calf back out. Nice big circle using that show ring. That's good enough, Trey. Get it set up there. A lot of times in showmanship, 4-H members worry about what the judge questions they might ask them. Not every judge will interact with the showman and ask them questions, but you really should know a few things about your calf. You should know when your calf was born. You should probably know what your calf weighs as well. So I'll test Jessa here just a little bit. Jessa, when was your calf born?
February 14th.
All right, very good. February 14th. You should probably also know how much grain your calf is getting at home and approximately what's in the grain or the feed that your calf is eating. And again, these calves are still getting broke, so they're learning to walk on the halter. At this point, if you haven't already got a halter on your calf at home, I'd recommend getting a halter on your calf, getting them used to the halter, how it feels, starting them to walk just a little bit. And circle out. Set him back up as best you can. And see Grace's calf has his tail up. You should reach back and push that tail down. Make it look like that tail lies in neatly there between the pin bones at the back of the calf. Okay, let's go over, line them up against the rail. calves over to the side, what we call the rail. Line them up over there now. As your calves get more used to being shown, you want to work on getting them to walk into being set up, which takes a lot of time to train them. But calves that you work with once or twice every single day will ultimately get to the point, if you work hard enough with them, that they'll almost set themselves up. That's what the goal is here. These calves are a long way from that. They're still learning. Jess is being a helpful showman and helping the exhibitor in front of her. There's really only one way to win showmanship at the fair, and that's to work at home all summer long getting those calves ready. So the calf is used to you, the calf is used to the equipment, and the calf is used to how it operates in the show ring. So this is a typical workout for our calves. We treat it just like most judges do in the show ring at the county fair. They're getting some fresh air and exercise, but also learning the flow of how a show would work. Grace has her calf on the rail and set up. Now notice about the distance Trey has between Grace's calf and his calf. You don't want to bunch up them on them because the judge may want to walk between the calves. Jessa has good distance as well. Now let's say we're placing this class and I'm going to pull Trey out and put him in first. So the judge will motion, he'll pull his calf up, and I want you to watch what Jessa does once it gets out of the way. Since there's space created by the calf leaving in front of her, Jessa's going to pull her calf up to an appropriate distance to the calf in front of her, eliminating the space between, because it's very likely that the judge wants to compare those two calves closely. So, good. Jess, go ahead and bring your calf on that side of Trey. And that's really about it. They'll come in and place these calves. Someone will distribute ribbons to the calves at the top of the class, and then the judge will say a few words about each calf, and that'll conclude the class. So good luck working with your calves this summer. Reach out to your 4-H leaders or an older member if you need some help. I wish you the very best.